a link to some of our help articles on dual view. So I'll put that in the chat really quick here. And I'll do that right now.
So can you explain what where you find the knowledge base and all that, Michelle?
The knowledge base is going to be found in your admin area towards the bottom. We have a help center, and when you click on that, it opens up a whole bunch of tutorials, and you can type in and search what you're looking for. And so there's step-by-step with, you know, InView and all of the features that we have. So this particular one, I'm going to go ahead and put in here in the chat.
Has anybody used that option before, the knowledge base, or seen that? Yeah, Anthony has. It's pretty cool. I was quite impressed with some of the training that's on there and the questions that can be answered. So she's put something,
oh, here we go.
It was private. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah,
yeah, I'll explain what that is. So for those of you that had missed it, you know, explaining what dual view is and the advantages that it has, is dual view was built, you know, differently from other vendors, as in InView is cloud-based, so therefore dual view is cloud-based, and you can provide that service to your clients. Otherwise, you would have to, you know, your end clients would have to download software and you know, so we want to make it as easy and simple for you and your clients. And so dual view is a little bit different, as in you can use it in your studio, but you can also do it remotely. So I'm going to go ahead and show you quickly how to do that. And if you are following along, you want to go to your gallery manager of InView and just open up one of your in-person sales sessions. So I'm going to edit that and open it up. So I have one ready here to share with you.
Be sure to share your screen, Michelle.
Yes, let me get to that.
When you have a moment, yeah, when you get it all ready.
I am going to do that right now. Okay, so I'm here, and you also now see my event dashboard.
Yep, you are being seen.
Great. Okay, so within the event dashboard, prior to your sale, is what you're going to do is set up, whether you're in person in your studio or in someone's home using a TV or a projector. That link that I put in the chat, that kind of gives you some details on how to use different, you know, technology, whether it's a TV and your computer and a projector, and how those things work together to present it within the studio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin the sale as if it is, you know, in person or in the studio. And I'm going to hit begin sale session, and you'll choose your client. And then here is where you would choose dual view. The difference between single view and dual view is with the single view, it's usually used best if you are with the person using the same screen. Maybe it's a coffee shop, or you're just sitting at a desk together. Now, dual view is a great way to use in the studio, or if you're doing a remote session, sales session. What it does is it allows you to display the images in the sale in a very clean and simple way. So all your client is doing is focusing on the beautiful images and the art that you have created for them. So I'm going to go ahead and hit dual view. And with dual view, we give you, there's 2 links. And because we are cloud-based, this allows you to display very cleanly on a television or a projector screen, or maybe on an iPad. And so there's a client link and a photographer link. Now, if you are doing a remote sale, you would share with your client, either copy and email this link to your client, and they would display it on, you know, an iPad or their TV or their computer at home. And you can share that via email or text share. But what I'm going to do, because I am doing the sale in person, I'm going to open this link in a new browser window. And this, you know, you're seeing it say, wait for photographer to begin the presentation. So this is best used if you are doing a remote sale and someone is, you know, at home waiting, so they know that the sale is about to begin, but they're waiting for the photographer to come on. So that gives you a little bit more control. So I'm going to open up the photographer's link in another browser window. And in your studio, the client's view is what you're going to project onto a television screen or on a projector screen or an iPad. And you would hit full screen. And so that would just get rid of the browser window, give you a very clean look, but I am going to keep it just as it is for now, so that I can show you side by side what dual view looks like. So here, I'm going to move this so that I can show you. I have the photographer's view right here. And I'm going to see if it'll allow me to share. I'm going to try this again. We did have a little bit of trouble before, so bear with me. This is the photographer's view, and you will see on your end a menu button and a dual view button. And these controls allow you to go anywhere you want during the sale, and also control what your client sees in dual view. So if you're looking here at the options, right now I am in public mode. I can control if your client sees the admins, the pricing, order controls, file names, and like Dave showed you, the video chat. So I'm going to, for now, shut those off. I like to leave the file names and then turn off pricing. And I'm going to stay in public mode for now, and then I'll show you a couple of tips or talk to you about the private versus public and how that is beneficial, and some tips. Also, something that we have here, if you see the client view is connected, it gives you a little notification. So if you are doing a remote sale, you can see that your client is connected or not connected. So that's just kind of a helpful little note there for you on the sales side. So here on the client side, if you're seeing, they don't have the menu button. Everything's very clean. So when you start your sale, you're going to see how clean that is. But let me go ahead and see if I can share both screens here. Once I pull those apart here. See if it'll let me now. There we go. Might not let me. I'll try. Okay, can you see both?
Yep, now we can. Very good.
Okay, good. Here, let me close that out. All right, so now, it's playing the slideshow. We don't want it to do that yet. So I'm gonna just make this smaller. Thank you for your patience. Hard to share side by side dual view sales presentation.
It is. It makes the screens really small, doesn't it?
Yeah. I want you to be able to see how cool it is. So, all right.
Working great.
Good. So the controls on the left-hand side are the photographer. So when you go through the slideshow, if you noticed, it's going to play in real time over there on their end. And when you're ready to continue, all the thumbnails will show up on this side. And just remember, the browser here will not show. And the controls down here are only what I see. So I love having control of the sale and keep them focused. So when I hover over an image, For example, your client will see the ratings and favorites if that's something that you are set up to do during your sale. And when I hover over and I favorite that and I like an image, they see that. They can see the image number and the ratings as we go through. I'm going to go ahead and display room view and go through a couple of images just so how you can see the controls and how it's different as you scroll through. Let me make sure I'm sharing that. Okay, so we're going to display room view here. We're going to go ahead and build out a single collection here. And as they're wanting this 8x10 for their wall, I'm going to show it in room view. And here is that big 8x10 on their wall. And as they're talking about, wow, that looks too small, I am going to go in here to dual views private mode and set that on, and you'll see this little push screen button, and that's going to show up right here. So while they're talking about the image and what might work in their home and what might not, I'm going to go ahead and change this because I can do that in private mode and add a collage. And you know, they're still talking about it, and I'm going to make something more beautiful for their home and upsell them. And so when you're ready, you can push this over and it shows up in real time on their screen. So they're like, oh, wow, that's more like it. So this is just a good tip. It keeps everything, again, clean and simple. You're doing the work on the other side quickly, and then you could just push it over to them and they're like, wow. And so that's just another opportunity for you to upsell your client. And so I'm going to go ahead and add this to the cart. And I'll show you what the shopping cart looks like over here. So they still do not see this because I have not given them permission to see this yet. I'm still in private mode. But if I want to, I can push that over. Let me go ahead and put it back into public mode. And I am going to turn on the ordering controls and the pricing. So now you're talking about what they've purchased, a summary of it, and the price, or you can just turn the pricing off and not show that and just the invoice. So you have that option. So let's see here. Let me make sure I covered all the tips here. We have private mode and the share. All right. Is there any questions, Amy?
No, I think so far no questions. If anybody has anything, you can type it in or into the chat. But I think we're good.
All right.
Oh.
So what I see that when you started out, that's different from the way I started out, was that you opened up the client's view in dual view first, then opened up the photographer's view. Because what I had done in the past was I opened up my photographer's view and then I went and opened up my client's view. And I think that's where we started having the difficulty, was that I was opening them up last and it was still searching for the photographers.
Gotcha.
Still waiting on the photographer to come in.
Yeah. You know, there's really no right or wrong way to do it. It's your preference. I just like to make sure that, you know, that if I am doing a remote sale, more importantly, I would share the clients first. So then they know that, so they're waiting for me to start the session. So they are not like, oh, what do I do? Because they might feel like they have to do something, but they don't really have the controls to do anything. That's just one way to look at it. And so I'm not fumbling around and I'm just ready to go. I advise you to have both links set up in the browser and ready to go for when you're doing that sale. I hope that helps. But yeah, that might help, you know, and then seeing that connect, you know, if they're connected or not also is very helpful. You know, so if it's searching, then at least you know it's on your end or you're on their end or your end. That makes sense.
So there's another question. Can you show us how to get to private mode? Oh, she found it. Never mind. But you were just there. Okay.
Right there.
Yeah, right there. Public and private. Very good. Well, Michelle, I think we're ready to wrap it up. I don't see any other questions.
Great. Well, I appreciate your patience with us today, but also I hope you're excited about the new sneak peek of our video feature. It's a game changer, I know, for myself in my business, but also hopefully in yours. And look for a replay and also for Tuesday tips. And we'll be doing some live Zoom presentations in August on some other featured InView tools. So stay tuned to those, and we appreciate you. Your feedback is very, very important as well as we work through some of these education. So thank you very much.
Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next week. Thanks.
Thank you.
Michelle, Dave, see you guys later.
Bye-bye.